Hey everybody, Derek Christensen here, and today I wanted to teach you how to get in the fastest, easiest, cheapest form of probate. It's still probate, it still sucks, but at least it's a lot easier than a lot of other forms of probate, and that's going to be called the small estate affidavit. Before I talk about that, I want to let you know how to reach out to me. You can find me at my website, www.legionlawplc.com. Go to the Contact Us page and schedule a free consultation on the phone. So, the smallest, easiest, cheapest, best form of probate, and again, it's still probate, so it's not fun, but it's better than pretty much any other option out there. It's called the small estate affidavit, and it is what it is somebody comes forward and makes a declaration in an affidavit, which is a sworn to statement where you're saying, I say XYZ, and I sign, and I promise this is true. And you're declaring, hey, this guy didn't have that much. There's not much to really worry about here. And by declaring that, you can actually have the court say, hey, we don't want to be a burden. Usually these are really small estates, so we don't want to cause you to go through a whole crazy probate and do a complete overkill. So yeah, just you can have this little affidavit and you can go access bank accounts and transfer houses and stuff. So it's actually pretty dang nice. All you do really is just gather information, fill out the application, file the application, and then wait for them to get back the application to you. And they'll say, hey, here's your application. Congratulations, it's signed. And that's it. You're done. So it's way easier than worrying about newspapers and notices to creditors and inventories and testimony. It's so much better. So I'm a huge fan of it if you can pull it off. However, there's really one question we have to ask, which is how many assets are in the estate? What's the worth of the assets? And if you're above 75, this is really important to know. If you're not married, or if you don't have children living with you, or if you don't have an adult child who's incapacitated living with you at the time of passing, then we look at $75,000 or below. If you're $75,000 of net value or a gross value of your assets, meaning we disregard the debts, we only look at the value of your assets. If you're below $75,000, then you can qualify for the small estate affidavit. Now, if you are married, or you have minor children, or you have an adult child who's incapacitated who lives with you, such as someone with mental concerns or anything like that, then you can qualify for $75,000 after your homestead exemption. And your homestead exemption is a list of different assets. So that's going to be your house, a certain amount of cars, your bank accounts up to a certain amount, your Bible, your guns to a certain extent. Like there's like a list in the Constitution of Texas that says we're going to ignore these while making this calculation. If we ignore those assets, if there's anything below $75,000, if all the assets are below $75,000 after we ignore those important ones, then you can qualify for the small estate affidavit. But if you're above $75,000, then that's when you qualify, or you do not qualify. So either way, that calculation is extremely important, especially if you're trying to have exempt assets and you're trying to make sure that you have exempt ones and you're not above that threshold and you got to declare it a certain way. So I would strongly recommend working with an attorney to figure out A, do you qualify, and B, how can you make sure you qualify if you're trying to wiggle into that situation where you are married, you have minor children, or you have an adult incapacitated child living with you. So either way, that's the best way. That's the best probate out there. It still sucks. It's still not fun to deal with, but it's better than nothing. So I recommend it. Try to qualify for it as much as you can because it'll save you a lot of money and time. So if you have any questions on this, you can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawplc.com. Or you can go to my website, www.legionlawplc.com. Go to my Contact Us page and schedule a free consultation over the phone directly with me. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.